So I've been waiting to talk about this. You guys know I'm a huge fan of Persona, and this is pretty much a video of me discussing how important Persona is to the Xbox brand for Japanese support going forward. Let's get on with it. What's going on, you guys? Gaming Guy here, coming at you for another video. You guys know, man, you know what I'm about to do. I talk about, Persona 5. I've made plenty of videos in the past talking about the importance of Persona 5, and it coming to the platform, the Xbox ecosystem in general, is extremely important. And I've always felt like that it's kind of been a battle uphill. I mean, even Xbox content creators and gamers in general have always felt like they didn't really sympathize with me when it comes to the Japanese market. And I've always been told, if you want to play those type of games, go on Xbox, go on PlayStation, go on Switch, wherever those games are. Don't beg for them to come on onto the platform. And I felt like that is being insincere. I want these games to come to the Xbox platform because I generally want the platform to be a better place to game. Now, I'm not saying that timed exclusives and full-blown exclusives aren't important. I know they're important. But one thing I will say is I feel like a lot of games that should be on the platform just aren't on there. We got the Mega Man game that just got announced that's not on an Xbox, and it kind of irritates me. But I do feel like Persona 5 is a unique situation that I do kind of feel like is important in terms of where this brand is going to go further on when it comes to the Japanese market. We don't know where the next Final Fantasy franchise is going to be unless Sony buys Square Enix. We know then for sure, but we don't know where Dragon Quest 12 is going to be. We don't know where Persona 6 is going to be. These future Japanese games are important to the Xbox brand because it shows that not only are we going to work to get these games that's not been on the platform, we're going to work to make sure that their current games and any sequels that come out later on will be on the Xbox ecosystem. And I've always felt like a lot of people push back when it comes to that mindset. They feel like if a game, as long as it comes to the Xbox ecosystem eventually, then it's okay. And I don't agree with that. We shouldn't have to wait for certain games that is famous to be in multi-plat come to the platform. How is it that Mega Man is coming to every system, every ecosystem but Xbox? And these are the sentiments that I do feel like Microsoft needs to work on. And that's why I feel like Persona 5 is most likely one of the biggest requests outside of like Final Fantasy 7 that we've actually finally got. And that's why I generally believe that if Persona 5 does well sales wise, and I don't even think it has to do anything dramatically well. I don't even think it really has to outsell a Switch version or a PlayStation version or a Steam version. But I do feel like Sega's going to look at that. And if the game actually does relatively well, I honestly feel like Sega will be more open to releasing games like Persona 6 on the platform day and date. I think that people need to put a lot more emphasis behind when a game drops on a platform, not whether or not if it does or not. The fact that Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth isn't coming to Xbox day and date might come in, once all three of the games are coming out, you might get it then. What's the point to me? If you can't get a game day one, sure, you'll eventually get it, and that's fine for the ecosystem itself, but you have a lot of fan base, Microsoft, that wants these games on the platform. And for the consumers and, the content creators and the gamers in general that really was hyping up Persona 5, I would recommend, obviously, if your pockets ain't right and you feel like Game Pass is the way to go that direction. And I'm not going to sit here and try to tell anybody that they should buy a game that they can easily get for free, but I do feel like support this game. And it's like I said, if your money ain't right, go ahead and download it from Game Pass. And I don't really have an issue with anyone using Game Pass to its fullest because you pay for that monthly. People feel like, oh, it's free. No, that game is not free. You pay subscriptions all year long. And I don't blame anyone for downloading that game to give Persona a chance. Maybe you'll end up liking Japanese games, and when Persona 6 comes out, you'll end up investing into that if it's not in Game Pass day and date. But I would really recommend any hardcore JRPG fans that's on the Xbox platform, even though it's in Game Pass, and I know it's a huge ask, go ahead and just buy it. If you can't buy it, like I said, that's cool, but at least play it. Don't just sit around and cap like you're gonna play the game on Twitch and Twitter and YouTube, and then when the game comes out, you download it, show the title screen, show that you're playing it, then you never touch it again. I feel like that's even worse than not buying it, because it shows that not only did people download the game from Game Pass, but people dropped it. And I think Sega and Atlus will notice that drop and they say, look, people did download the game and they showed interest, but they didn't show attention, right? They didn't show a lot of people sticking to the game. And I feel like if you see 50,000 millions of people download it and never try it anymore, besides that initial maybe hour they put into the game originally, you're not going to really have a whole lot of incentive to think that they might actually buy a Persona 6 on your platform day and date. And I think that's the biggest thing here. You know, if you got that money, go out there and buy Persona 6 and Persona 5, you know, if they make Persona 6 on the Xbox platform. But Persona 5 Royale, if you got that money, man, buy it. Content creators, you know, give away a copy or two, man. Show Atlus and Sega, look, not only will we play this if it's in Game Pass, but we will support it too. And what's cool is the Game Pass version, if you do go that direction, it's got all the DLC, it looks like. So you don't even have to buy any of that extra stuff that's on the PlayStation and, you know, probably going to be on the Switch and Steam. You can get that game on Xbox for the entire amount without spending anything extra out of your pocket. And it's like I said, if you can't buy the game, don't buy it. But, you know, download it and play it, man. I think that's a very important thing. You know, we need that engagement up. We need to show these Japanese developers that, you know, if you bring it to Game Pass, people will play it. You know, buy a DLC or two, man. You know, show them support. I get it. There isn't a lot of people on the demographic of Xbox that really mess with JRPGs, and I feel like that's not entirely our fault. When we don't get the best Japanese games on the platform, why would you buy anything that does show up on it? So I feel like, you know, let's show Persona 5 some love. Let's show Persona 5 some love, and hopefully we'll get Persona 6. And I think that is probably Sega and Atlus's thought process on here. You know, we'll take the bag from Microsoft. We'll put Persona 5 on Game Pass. And if people really love it and they really enjoy that type of game, then hopefully when we do release Persona 6, and if we do decide to release it on Xbox, you'll get naturally better sales because people really loved Persona 5 when it was on Game Pass. Because I do feel like people that say that they're going to wait for Game Pass, I don't necessarily think those people were going to buy that game in the first place. You know, I do feel like there is a middle ground of people that was on the fence a little bit and, you know, could have went either way, left or right. But I truly feel like if you're hyped for a game and you're really anticipating and you're passionate about that game, you're not waiting 6 months to a year for it to come to any subscription service. You're going to go out there and you're going to pay for that and you're going to actually play it. But that's pretty much the video, you guys. You know, if you guys like the video, definitely hit that like button. I make weekly videos. You can subscribe to the channel. Took a little bit of a week to, you know, kind of relax after the E3 videos, because I was making like 3 or 4 videos a week. But I'm back at it, man. Definitely put in the comment section below if you guys want to play Persona 5. I'm very curious to see the engagement in my comment section in general if you guys want to play something like that. And until next time, this is Gaming Addict. I'm out of here. Peace.